Whether you're sold on some good old Costa del Sol...
God bless the Costa del Sol!
Sun's out, guns out, Dave. Or maybe you're partial to a bit of Costa Blanca.
We love Benidorm!
There's one thing us Brits all agree on.
Boom! I love Spain.
Boom! Me too. It's why many of us say bye-bye Blighty and hola sunny Spain.
It's like paradise in the sun.
Living that life in the sun can come with a cost.
It's about 360 degrees in here at the moment.
It can be hard graft.
Breaking things down in Benidorm.
But when the working day is done...
Finish for the day!
You might just have earned your dream life.
Get yourself off your backside, get over here, because it's beautiful.
And that's why there will always be...
How could you go wrong with that?
Everything's beautiful.
We are in paradise.
bargain-loving Brits in the sun. Today on the Costas, ex-military man Tony goes wild with his Benny bike riders.
If I think you're going to miss seeing a tiger, I'll stop and go, Tiger!
Diane gets shirty when it comes to her prize making.
I did have one occasion when I set one of the T-shirts on fire.
And will Claire's birthday surprise for hubby Tony be a washout?
Apparently it's unsinkable.
It'll have to be, won't it?
But will be if you're driving.
It's another beautiful start to the day on the Costas, and while the holidaymakers can have a relaxing lie-in, for the full-time residents like Jim, a former Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineer in the Army, it's a case of the early bird catches the worm, and he's looking for something a bit stronger to set him up for today.
I need to have coffee, otherwise I'm quite angry.
It's breakfast time in Benidorm. Veterans Jim and wife Diane have got a busy day ahead.
What did you say? Tea you wanted or coffee?
This is what comes to your mind, an older man. Tea, please.
Today, they're going to be drumming up some raffle prizes for a charity barbecue they're organising.
Debs has just sent me a message to say about how many people we got tomorrow.
Oh, for the...
Because they're banning the meat today for the barbecue, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I've got 33.
Diane needs some cracking raffle prizes, so is hoping to, prize some from her pals today. But she also makes them.
This is my domain. This is where it all happens. This is where I make T-shirts, glasses, fascinators. I do the mugs, print off mugs to sell and for raffle prizes.
The couple moved to Spain 7 years ago from Belfast in search of sunnier climes.
Every time we had a weekend off or some free time, it always rained and it was cold and it was wet. And so we thought, you know what, let's give it a try. If we don't like it, we can always go back. But we love it.
Diane used to work in the bars of Benidorm, but now devotes her time to charity work.
We're going to raise money for the British Legion and for Project for All, which is the homeless charity in Benidorm that I also help out with.
She and Jim are long-time members of the Royal British Legion, but their involvement has gone up a notch since she became chairperson.
Which is why I'm doing the printing at home now. It gives me more time to spend doing all this.
And their deep dedication comes from a place of gratitude.
So, payback, perhaps. Making sure people know we're here. A helping hand to those who are... Sorry.
It gets very emotional.
Diane and Jim are hoping people will dig deep and help raise €1,000 for charity. It's also a good opportunity to step up the Legion's profile in Benidorm.
And we just try and get the older ones there to enjoy the day.
But first things first, Diane's printing some T-shirts for a friend's bar in the hope she'll get some prizes in return.
I did have one occasion when I set one of the T-shirts on fire. As I say, you learn by your mistakes.
Looks like you have, Diane.
That was a success.
With the T-shirts printed, Jim can put his old army uniform folding skills to good use.
You need to fold it some way so
Right.
you can see
well,
the
if
picture.
you'd have told me that, I would have done it.
Or not.
I kind of thought it was common sense. We'll do it when we come back, because we need to get down here and get these prices.
All right, no
All right.
problem. Let me just get my phone.
Get a show. Your phone?
Yes,
Get a
I
show
need my
on the
phone.
road. Nobody phones you anyway.
Hurry up, Jim. There's no time to hang about. This charity barbecue won't organise itself.
And we're off. Raffle prizes. We're coming to get you.
If you like a bite of blighty when you're in Spain,
Sausage, chips, beans and egg, massive British menu.
the Costas have got you covered.
Now, we have everything here. We have our cheddar cheese, we have our mature, there's no reason to, oh gosh, I've got to go back to England, I'm going to bring this back.
You just need to know where to shop, which is where Peter and James come in.
It's going to be another hot one. Right, so we just get the alarms on.
Just 11 weeks ago, they bought the local store in the quaint village of Molina, an hour inland on the Costa del Sol.
Morning.
The store was going to shut for good, so the couple stepped in to serve the expats.
We've completely turned it around in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
With a lot of help from some very good friends.
So we're trying to get in their favourite tea cakes, their favourite peanut butter, the things that they miss from home. So, yes, predominantly it's British goods for a large British expat community.
A year ago, James was teaching and Peter was a salesman.
Selling caravans, wasn't I?
Selling caravans. Big changes.
And the husbands were struggling to make time to see one another.
The appeal was working together and not working different jobs at different times of the day.
And in the short time they've owned the store, they've become experts in the shopping habits of expats. Tell us your big sellers, boys.
Weirdly, hot drinks, hot milky drinks in this heat go down really well.
Cools you down, I'm told.
And then we've got the essentials like your beans, your tin spaghetti.
Hoops.
The other thing that's really, really popular are things like your curry sauces. Again, even in this heat, sweet and sour sauces.
But it's not all British stock.
This is the local honey from this village. So the lady that sells it, she's a tiny little lady, normally pulls it around in a trolley. So we said to her, no, don't, bring it into the store. And you might get more sort of expat customers if it's available here.
Sweet. And it's not just the Brits that come buzzing in.
Things like the cream to fix your dentures is incredibly popular, not only with the British, but the Spanish will come in.
And the boys' bestseller, drum roll, please.
So we have a range of all the cheeses, your cheddars, double Gloucester, those sort of things, cream, butter, lard. Lard is very popular.
Ooh, so many choices. I'm caught between a rock and a lard place.
We've got a couple of orders coming in, so we've got to get that onto the shelves.
It's mid-morning on the Costa Blanca and plenty of folks are out and about.
If you're just walking down the street, everyone will always say hi to you. People are just really friendly.
Today we're going to walk down to Malpass Beach. We sort of have a day walking about, day by the beach, and a day going somewhere.
But for some of us, it's too warm for a wander.
I love it. Could stay here all day.
She loves it, I hide in the shade.
So why stroll down the Benny Strip when you can roll down it?
We're going to get one of them motorised scooters, I think.
Marvellous. It's just like, oh, well, it's just like laying on a sunbed, isn't it? Going along back and forth the streets.
If you're in Benidorm, you've just got to do it. And yeah, it's we don't need it. Our mobility's all right.
Well, really? Of course, Nina. You're just travelling in style.
But yes, we're having a really good time on the scooter.
Paid £30 for 2 hours and a £100 deposit. Bargain.
Couldn't have said it better myself. One chap that loves his wheels, and I mean really loves his wheels, is 77-year-old Jim Fitzsimmons, who lives here at the Villamar Caravan Park.
Hi, everybody, I'm Jim. This is my little plot. You're more than welcome to come and see how I live. People often ask me why I've got 3 scooters, and the simple reason is I don't know.
Well, that clears that up then.
If I see something that I like, I get it. Not that I'm going to get any more. I've just not got no room to put them.
Jim's other big passion is Benidorm itself.
Benidorm has always had a place in our hearts. We always, from when we were kids. We brought the kids from when they were near.
He and his wife, Pat, moved here 10 years ago, but she sadly passed away last year.
And a lot of people said to me, that you'll be coming home then, you'll be coming home, won't you? And I says, no, I won't. I says, this was mine and Pat's house. This is where we lived. This is where she is. That's my little plot where There's a few of my dear wife's ashes in there, and this all lights up on a night. They're lovely flowers when they come out.
Good job you're staying put, Jim. Apart from anything else, you'd never manage to move all those ornaments.
Well, my favourite one is the donkey, because I think it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. You want to give it a carrot, don't you?
Well, maybe.
And this is my little Scotty dog collection. I don't know if you saw them before.
I'm surprised you haven't got any gnomes, Jim.
It's funny you should say that. I have loads of gnomes. But that's the best of them all. Some of these were only €4 or €5.
Ooh, proper bargain.
The effort and time and effort they put into making them, it must be just an act of joy and love.
So that's the outside. I wonder what goes on in there.
You can't see how nice this is from out here, but if you come inside, I'll show you what it's really like. It's lovely.
Oh, lead the way.
Yeah, and this was put on a couple of years ago. When I had the new awning, I had a new one of these as well. And then I got it all cladded out. It's got all insulation. Even though got its own electric plugs.
Perfect for when the grandkids come to stay. But wait, is that another collection I see?
I used to go all over Europe doing bus tours. And I used to get one or two little things like this because my wife was a fanatic for them. Basically, everything you see on there, we've actually been to. I think this one's my favourite, purely and simply because it reminds me of Disneyland, Florida, where we had a great time with kids.
But some memories are closer to home.
Pride and Joy, Terramitica, Benidorm. Yeah, I didn't have far to go to get that one.
You're not wrong, Jim. Just around the corner. Well, it's lovely to meet you, and take care. One couple who have explored the Costa del Sol and now Costa Blanca are married couple Tony and Claire.
You get a fantastic, near enough a week holiday in Gibraltar.
Yeah.
And what do I get?
It's Tony's birthday.
A sponge and a bucket.
He's 54.
What are you doing telling people my age?
Why not?
I'm not 54.
You're not?
In my head, I'm not a day over 53.
In your head, you're not a day over 12.
For my birthday, Claire will allow me to do have my usual day.
I'll allow you to lie in.
Yeah, and she'll allow me to cook dinner.
Well, lucky you. Happy birthday, Tony. The happy couple moved to Spain from Hertfordshire 3 years ago.
The culture is just, it's
Yeah.
a different pace of life. It's slower.
Much slower.
It's more relaxing. Every day's a Sunday in Spain.
We don't really do anything for my birthday, because I'm a bit of a bar humbug stick in the mud, aren't I?
Well, not this year, Tony. Claire's only gone and organised a birthday surprise for you.
And I've done it all by my little self. But it's a barbecue on a boat.
Okay.
But it's not a boat. It's a donut boat. It's a circular boat
Yeah.
with a barbecue in the middle.
Is that safe?
Apparently it's unsinkable.
It'll have to be, won't it?
But will be if you're driving.
Tony's not exactly feeling buoyant.
Are you not happy?
I am happy.
It's taken me a year to think of that one.
I'm shocked because you never do anything, because I never want you to do anything.
Yeah, well, I've just surpassed myself.
Thank you.
You haven't seen it yet.
No cake this year, Tony, but we look forward to seeing the donut. In the tiny village of Finistrat, known for its lazy days, Cumbrian expat Tony is about to wake things up.
So we're putting the trailer on to then go down Benidorm.
Cumbrian lad and ex-military man Tony's gearing up for the first of his 2 jobs to make ends meet. Later, he's cleaning pools to help keep him afloat. But this morning, it's his main business, his cycling tours.
I think we've got in total 5 separate pickups for the 2 vans. And then it's a total of 40 kilometres of downhill riding.
Thank goodness it's downhill in this heat. He's been running a biking business for the last 6 years, but don't worry. This bike hire company with a difference can be for the faint-hearted.
We're a sightseeing trip, not an adrenaline trip, put it that way. This is the hard bit, getting the trailer on, getting down Benidorm and getting the people picked up.
Tony always aims for a 5-star review and likes to peddle the odd gag.
The people make the day different. Sometimes you literally have to work to make them happy, and other days they're making you happy. Whoa, look, there's two people that look like they're going on a bike ride.
Cyclists, if ever I saw them.
Hi, I'm Tony.
Tony, Natalie, Jodie.
Preston. And then you're proper north, because I'm from Cumbria.
Benidorm bikers brought together. It's off up into the hills. Tony works in tandem with his colleague Jim, who's picked up the other cyclists and brought them to the starting point.
Good morning, other half of bike ride. I'm Tony.
The next job...
You end up looking at people's inside legs in this job.
...is tailoring the bikes to the riders.
Right, let's get some helmets sorted.
Safety first.
Oh, that's all right, isn't it? That'll protect you.
Then it's time for a brief briefing.
You'll be riding on the right-hand side of the road. OK? And the brakes on these bikes are on the right-hand side as well. It's the opposite to home.
No, you've lost me. But Cindy here isn't confused.
I'm looking forward to it. And if I do good, if I make it, I'm going to buy a bike when I go home.
Go on, it was a penny farthing when you were last on a bike, wasn't it?
Cheeky.
Oh, I'm all shaky.
Go on, Cindy. It's just like riding a bike.
So don't look at the front wheel, look at where you want to go. That's it. Just take your time. You've got the keys, I've got the keys. We're off.
It's a short ride to the first rendezvous to check everyone's OK, particularly the novices.
OK, yeah, I'm getting there. A bit nervous at first.
Others have a more freewheeling approach.
Not really a lot of pedalling going on, is there? It's all downhill. Beautiful, like a sensory infusion. I love it.
Oh, very nice. Drink it all in, Natalie.
Scenery is beautiful. Absolutely out of this world.
Everyone's having a wild old time.
Did everyone see tigers this morning coming in?
Hang on, Tony, how far have you taken them?
After the flag's over there, they'll be on the right-hand side. If I think you're going to miss seeing a tiger, I'll stop and go, Tiger?
It turns out there's a 1,500 square kilometre safari park en route, and this lot get to see the animals for free.
There's buffaloes, water bison. I'm not going to do the difference between a buffalo and a water bison. You know the difference between a buffalo and a bison? Can't wash your hands in a buffalo.
Now that's a proper gag, Jim.
Some people are up for a laugh, some people are quite serious. You know. I normally get it right. I've had it wrong once, one review. I was patronising.
Now that means talking down to me.
I do quite like a bad review now and again.
We'll see what we can do, Tony.
I mean, it's always a bit cheeky.
There you go.
But good fun. Oh, worth every penny.
Tony and Jim have been amazing hosts as well. They've been great. Really enjoyed it.
OK, that's quite enough of that. I guess it's time to start putting the brakes on this bike ride.
All right, then. Hope everyone's enjoyed the day. It's been good. You're all going to get the gold award of rolling down a hill in the Costa Blanca. However, you can tell people you didn't roll downhill. You can say you went uphill if you want, because it just says, has ridden through the mountains of the Costa Blanca.
Your cycling secret's safe with us, but Tony can't rest on his saddle. He's got other work to do. Go on, Tony, on your bike. Even further down that same hill in Benidorm...
The pressure's definitely on time-wise now because we're running out of hours.
Army vets Diane and Jim are up against it.
We're running out of man-hours. We've still got a lot to do.
They're on the hunt for raffle prizes for their charity barbecue. But first up, it's their friend Sean.
We're looking for raffle prizes for our charity barbecue. So what are you giving me?
I'll give you some bottles.
Bottles of what?
You take your choice.
That's a result. But can Diane charm her way to something bigger?
Did you not want to do a meal or something instead? Get people into the
kitchen.
back open?
Oh, you can do, yeah.
Do breakfast for two.
I'll still do that.
It's just too hard to resist that smile, Sean. Don't even try.
Great stuff.
That was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, great.
Well
Great
done,
result.
Sharon.
If all the bars give us that would be wonderful.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Just when it's all going so well, a problem arises.
So Giovanna's singing and the poster and all went out with you on it. You tell me you can't sing for me tomorrow?
The headline act for the British Legion barbecue is Benidorm legend Johnny Hellraiser. But he's phoning to say he might not be able to perform.
Can you squeeze, can you do half an hour? So he's one of the 2 singers that isn't sure now if he can make it.
It could be a huge blow to the fundraiser.
If he can't make it, I can try and contact someone else and see if they can fill in, but I'll still get disappointed when people turn up and say, oh, we came to see Johnny.
Diane's going to have to hold her nerve as Johnny can only let her know if he can make the barbecue last minute.
So, fingers crossed, keeping the stress level down.
For now, it's off to the next bar to see what other raffle loot they can rustle up.
This is going to be a bit more challenging because they have a charity do on the same day.
Diane's made some T-shirts for Paula's charity, so hopefully they'll get something in return.
I think you've seen the T-shirts, didn't you?
Not like this, no.
Right, so what I was going to do was I was just going to donate a couple for the raffle. So what are you going to give me?
Don't beat about the bush, Diane.
I've got a very nice red wine, so you can have a box of that.
Oh.
And I'll do you 2 Sunday lunches.
2 Sunday lunches?
Oh, perfect.
Another result. Paula didn't see you coming, Diane.
That was great, wasn't it?
Right, that was a good result. That was better than I
Excellent result.
thought. I thought we were just going to get like a voucher.
Now she just needs Johnny Hellraiser to confirm to keep the event on track.
I'm still waiting on a phone call. He hasn't replied. And in Johnny's case, no news is not good news. No news is very bad news.
Diane is never short of a plan, even when short of a singer.
If needs be, I'll get Jim on a microphone, on a karaoke, and people will pay me to tell him to shut up. So it'll raise more money. So it could be a blessing in disguise if Johnny doesn't turn up. Who knows? Could be worse. I could sing in the karaoke like this fucking. So we'll see. We'll just see.
Mention the Costas and most people will think of sun, sea and sand.
You've got beautiful, beautiful beaches here.
It's perfect, actually. This weather is perfect. Not too hot, but hot enough.
It is, but there's more to it than that.
Whale watching, up out into the countryside.
There's plenty culture in the Costas if you know where to look.
Our next mission is actually moving to the old town to see a little bit of the older sort of Benidorm look.
Went round Malaga, very historic. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was my first time there, so it was beautiful. I love the architecture there.
We're spoiled for choice.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be waiting.
Basket or trolley?
Basket.
Tony and Claire are stocking up for Tony's birthday treat.
Donuts.
Donut.
For the donut boat.
Claire's organised a barbecue on a donut boat. But even though it's Tony's special day, he'll be cooking.
Well, we can get burgers.
Yes, we can get burgers.
We've seen Tony shopping before, and it's fair to say he likes a bargain. Which means the bangers might be boycotted.
Sausages?
At these prices, Claire.
I take it as a no, then. Oh, look, you can learn your Spanish when you walk around here. Leche milk, zuma de frutas, fruit juice, morning goods, desayuno.
Good job everyone speaks English on the Costas, Claire.
Right, where are we? Are you done? See you later.
Hasta luego.
Idiot.
Birthday barbecue bought, and it's quite the menu.
We're going to have some Spanish pork sausages. And then we're going to have vegetable skewers to go with it.
Claire's happy to leave him to it.
Especially married to Claire. Claire can't cook either.
I can cook. I just don't, because why bark when you got a dog?
It's cruel.
Actually, that's one of yours saying.
She's allowed to pack the bag for the boat trip.
He's put those there. Sweets. That's definitely him. Suntan lotion, because we're going on a boat.
Claire's hoping to tempt him into the water for a birthday dip.
I don't think so, but I will take them just in case, if I'm lucky.
You never know, Claire. With the right trunks, he might be ready.
The orange ones make me look, well, red make me look a bit more David Hasselhoff.
In your dreams, it does, yes.
So I don't wear them.
In your little world, it does, not in ours.
Come on, David Hasselhoff.
Perfecto.
Putting in the cool box?
Yeah. Let me go and get your cool box.
That donut boat beckons for some birthday fun.
Right, come on quick, there's people here.
It's late afternoon in Benidorm's new town, and Diane and Jim are late for their barbecue. They're aiming to raise above the profile and hopefully €1,000 for the British Legion and a charity for the homeless in Benidorm.
Feel a wee bit nervous. Time constraints again, because we were late.
Again.
As usual. So let's get it done.
Let's get it set up and done.
Then we're gonna relax. Okay.
Singer Giovanna's arrived, but Diane is still worried about everyone's favourite rocker, Johnny Hellraiser.
Nothing heard from Johnny, please, please. That's usually a good sign if he hasn't contacted me. Is that no news? No news is good news.
In the meantime, Jim's been told to raise his standards. Sorry, the standard.
So Jim's going to put the standard up, which is the British Legion Benidorm branch's own standard.
Diane's in charge of the raffle.
And we're just going to set up the table here with the raffle prizes on, so that everybody can have a look at what's on offer for the raffle prizes.
Steady there, Jim.
I was nearly away there.
Don't pull it too tight. I like it quite loose like that.
I know, but just a wee bit so that you can actually see it properly.
Okay.
There's 33, 40 already booked and confirmed to come, and there was a lot more people said, we'll come, but we don't want the barbecue.
And some big collection buckets. Hang on, where are the collection buckets?
You forgot they took the collection buckets. Bless him. Always forgets something. Bet he's forgot other things.
Oh, Jim. Alongside the raffle, there's a fundraising barbecue, courtesy of bar owners Tim and Debs.
It's not hamburgers and hot dogs. It's like chicken, pork, steak, baked potatoes. So it's a nice, it's what I call a posh barbecue.
La-di-da, Diane. Sounds delicious.
It's €10 for a ticket. We costed it up at $6.50 for the barbecue is all they wanted. So the remaining $3.50 will go towards the charity. And Tim and Debs have also donated, oh, better tell, they've donated the Sunday lunch for two. They don't know yet, I haven't told them. I better let them know that they've donated the Sunday lunch.
Let's hope they like surprises. Talking of which, it's the man of the moment.
This is Johnny. Yay! Johnny Hellraiser's in the room. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
And Peter, his dad, of course, brought him.
Oh, Johnny's a big softie, really.
He always comes good in the end. You've just constantly prod him.
I can't let my public down, can I?
No.
Your charity's down. You can't let your charities down.
Let's hope Johnny will be good and help the charity barbecue be a big success. When cycling tour guide Tony's not on his bike...
So don't look at the front wheel, look at where you want to go.
You can find him by the pool, but not relaxing.
Just cleaning a few pools. This one's looking good already.
Tony tops up his bank account by juggling the two jobs, one of which is maintaining outdoor pools, which aren't hard to come by in these parts.
So someone asked me to help out with their pool round, and I've just kept doing it.
It's the perfect filler for when the bike business goes a bit downhill.
The bike's a bit quiet in winter, then there's time to do more other stuff. And it's nice to have something that I can fill them gaps in with, and just to supplement the income that we do get from the bikes. If I can make a customer happy just by having a nice sparkling pool every time they come to the house, then it kind of gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling, I suppose.
Ex-military man Tony moved to Spain 9 years ago, rarely acting on impulse, but ready for a new life chapter.
I always say it's the first place I chose to live. Other than that, the military told me where to live, and I live with my parents.
As a full-time resident, Tony needs to maintain his income in the quieter winter months.
So for the rest of the day, I think I'm going to meet up with Jim, and we're just going to go through and try and find another route we can use for the bikes. And it's mainly going to be a route we can use in winter, because we do get frosts up on top of the mountain. Hey, buddy, I'm going to disturb your dog. Yeah, dude. How's it going? I just want to try and go up the mountain there and just have a look at a route that I'm kind of guessing might be OK.
Right.
It needs to have, obviously, the lay-bys that we can get the van in, so we'll take the van up there and make sure that everything's OK with that.
So that's the area we've done before?
Yeah.
And this is the one that we
want to go and have a look at.
Sounds like a plan. Get to your van, guys.
And it's just to check, really, because it is narrower road than what we're used to, but it's got a few more passing places on it, so but it's a hell of a lot quieter. Right then, so what we'll do, we'll just get up and get the bike in the van, and we'll just go and ride that.
Right, yeah, that's fine.
Unless you want to ride it and I drive.
Well, whatever. I'm not bothered. Yeah, let's just go and do it.
Yeah, lock the Empire up, Jim.
They're off to test ride their new business plan. It's mid-afternoon in the Costas, and the holidaymakers are taking full advantage of the 3 S's.
Absolutely fantastic. First time I've been here, and I'll definitely come back.
But for some expats, there's still work to do.
There's 2 slices of butter.
New shop owners Peter and James are finishing their stock take.
So yeah, that's all we need to top up. Sausages are okay, are they?
And are hoping for a last-minute rush before they shut up the shop for the day.
14.70. Card receipt.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Keep cool.
They come from all over the place, more than an hour.
Yeah.
Some people travel an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Whereas some are more familiar. Caravan wheeler dealer Jojo has brought her client Chris, who's about to move here and could become a regular customer.
You come to the right place. We have plenty of the food.
Jojo's taken over Peter's job selling caravans, and with a fair bit of retail experience, knows how to source a bargain.
Always buy in bulk, baby. It's always cheaper.
Which is handy given the boys' lack of experience.
Oh, well, I could sum up my retail experience. When I was 13, I worked in a shoe shop in Aylesbury. So yes, that's about it.
And when I was 13, I worked in the local store.
Yeah.
But only until I was left school at 16, so...
Just remember, good advertising always sells. It pays for itself. It really does. Put an advertisement out, you'll get 10 more people come through the door.
But it seems they can hardly go wrong with all those expats desperate for a taste of home.
I love my British home comforts. I like Spanish food too, I love it, don't get me wrong. But we come here and it's good value for money, and you've got a little bit of home comfort. I get my Marmite and my bread and my butter, I love it, yeah.
Home from home, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a pass from the newbie Chris, but bringing your office home doesn't always work out.
So we work well alongside each other, but perhaps not when we're doing the same thing.
You take the money on the till and I spend it.
And shutting up the shop for the day, there's still plenty of time to do just that.
It's been a massive change and an improvement in work-life balance. Previously, we were sort of like ships passing in the night. One of us would finish work, the other go. But this time we get to work together, and then 2 o'clock it's all done and dusted. So I think we've done the right thing.
So now we can go anywhere we want. 2 o'clock, still got most of the day left in the evening.
Today it's after-work drinks at their campsite home and some quality time together.
To actually change lifestyles, as in work-life balance, as in spending time together. Yeah, it's good. But yeah, I think it's better than we ever thought it would be. It's been a good day, and sunshine, cold beer. Say cheers to that. Cheers. Cheers.
Right, watch yourself coming down.
Tony, Claire, along with mates Darren and Sue, are about to set sail.
Just pull, yes?
In a donut barbecue boat, yes, it is a thing. It costs €200 to get this crew on board. They're a rare sight, with the company only owning 2.
This isn't graceful, is it? Of getting on.
Claire's definitely pushed the boat out this time. See what I did there?
I do have another surprise for you, Tony.
The outing is a present for Tony's 54th birthday from his wife Claire, along with...
Ta-da!
Wicked. Justly so. Nobody can steer the boat unless they wear the captain's hat.
Capitan by name.
And I haven't got a Scooby out to steer then.
Oh, do not get lost.
We're out on the ocean way. Da-da-da-da-da.
I don't know the word.
I don't know the word.
So far, the birthday boy's delighted on his donut.
Claire's finally recognised who the boss is. Haven't you?
Oh, I recognised that ages ago, and it's me.
Oh, okay. Is it cooking time?
I think it might be, Tony.
It's my birthday barbecue and I'm cooking. But then again, if you want perfection, you gotta do it yourself.
Talking of perfection...
It's Bernie.
Oh, dear. Anyway, what's the verdict on the birthday boy's wonky barbecue banquet?
We got a lamb chop, pork chops, belly pork.
You got there eventually.
Got there in the end.
If it tasted like lamb, I'd be worried. Is it crisp?
Yeah, nice and crispy.
Oh, brilliant.
The food's gone down a treat, but Tony wouldn't mind giving it an hour or 3 before taking a dip.
They look like mini piranhas.
Never fear. To convince Tony it's safe, Darren's leading the way.
Not actually that bad.
I don't want to hear the word it's not actually that bad. I want to hear the word that is lovely and warm.
It's fair to say Tony's never been much of a daredevil. And today's no exception, but at least he's made it in.
How am I built to swim?
Let go!
No, I'm scared.
But just when they think it's safe...
Yeah, there could be sharks here, actually. Ah! As birthdays go, this is an awesome birthday.
Tony's surprise birthday is a reminder of what the Costas have to offer.
You're on a permanent holiday in Spain.
I've been on holiday for the last 3 years.
It's a good life in Spain, good life in the sun. And if you can get a bargain, so much the better.
But even out in the Costas, the fun can't go on forever.
Huge fun. The water was gorgeous and warm, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
The sun was awesome.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Many happy returns, Tony. Back in Benidorm, the day is nearing its end.
Right, I'll just pull this forward and then just chuck it in the back. So it's taking the trailer.
Tony and Jim are heading out to find new, easy downhill routes for all abilities of bikers that can be safely cycled in the winter months.
It's all kicking off now. That's 3 bookings this morning.
Summer's taken care of, but to keep going through the winter, they're scouting out a lower route away from the misty peaks.
You know, even with the trailer, we can get it near, so that's not a problem. There's plenty of room to get all our bikes off as well.
It's a good start. Some room with a view.
Down towards Villaraigosa and beyond.
But there's more to it than parking and sightseeing. It has to be suitable for cyclists of all abilities.
I'm kind of 50-50 on whether it will be any good, because I remember it's got a bit of more uphill than we'd normally have, but we can have a look at it.
After you, Tony. What's the verdict, then?
Right, mate, that's all right so far, but it'll have to be that section anyway for fitter groups. But what I had in mind for, you know, maybe not as capable groups is maybe starting here.
Sign me up. On to the finish line.
I just know if we're coming down here, there's a bit of gravel up there, so we'll just have to manage the speed.
Oh, it's a good downhill bit, that one.
Sounds like a winner.
I'm quite excited about it, to be fair. It's a nice route. I think we'll definitely end up using it possibly into the winter, and/or for people that haven't or have been on the bike ride before and we just want to give them something different.
Looks like Tony and Jim have their winter income sorted. Beautiful, lads. All together now. Down in Benidorm's new town, Diane and Jim's charity fundraiser is finally underway. They're hoping to give the charity a big old profile boost, as well as sell as many raffle tickets as possible and hopefully raise €1,000.
There's a couple of bottles of alcohol, as you can see.
A couple? And Diane has nabbed a whole plethora of prizes to tempt the punters to put their hands in their pockets.
So I printed up some T-shirts for raffle prizes. You can buy, if you want to buy a T-shirt, just give me a shout.
The prizes might be sorted, but the raffle tickets are a bit of a shambles.
It's mayhem to these raffle ticket sellers. Oh my goodness. I've got one selling a single raffle for €1, one selling a strip for €1, and then they all got confused. At the end of the day, everybody seems to be having a good time.
The event is aiming to make the expats in Benidorm more aware of the charities, the British Legion and a local homeless charity, while hopefully trying to raise some money too.
So we're up to like €280. So we're still to go around with a bucket later on for donation to them, get them to empty their purses into the bucket, which is usually a good thing.
You'll need to stop boogieing if you want that cash in that bucket, Diane. Anyway, you can't have a charity barbecue without a barbecue. Lovely. Ah, fully fed, it's time for that raffle.
Pink 39, pink 39. They always win. Pink 128, blue 181 to 185. That's just done for all the charity. As I say, we're up to like €370 at the minute.
It might not be the total Diane hoped for, but she's not quite done with them yet.
Every little penny helps. It's nonsense to you, but it's a great deal to an ex-serving soldier. Thank you all again for supporting us today.
So what was the verdict, Diane?
Johnny, when he finally showed up, bless him, amazing performance. Caravan, oh my God, what a voice. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Been an amazing day. Everybody seems to have had a great time.
Which is the main thing, that and getting the word out.
And so that people know that the Legion is here and we're here to help. Doesn't matter how big or how small the problem is, there's people here who listen and try and help.
Yeah.
So I'd like to say thanks to everyone who turned up today and gave just a little.
And thank you, Jim and Diane.